by a long stretch.
I don't know. I can't even say it with a straight face. Hey, welcome to another brand new episode of Undisputed Anime Podcast. This is the podcast that's listened around the world about some anime recommendations. I am your captain, your friend, your Taichou when it comes to anime recommendations, and I'm joined by the man who's read over 100 different manga and manhwa, and my best of friend, Mr. Susu Day.
Yo!
Nailed it.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
I
good.
read a lot of manga. I read a lot of manhwa. I'm like arm deep in Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth right now. My time is very valuable, Zane.
It's on the clock. I know. Also, a quick deviation. How is Rebirth?
It's incredible.
Wowzers.
It's everything that I could have ever imagined it would be, and more.
Yeah.
They took everything that I liked about the about remake,
Mm-hmm.
and they made it better.
Wow.
Yeah.
But did they make it better than what I perceive as peak fiction? So much so, I dug it out, which is the Dirge of Cerberus. Look at it.
I would already
Look at it.
say that it's better than Dirge of Cerberus by a long stretch.
I don't know. This had incredible gunplay. I can't even say it with a straight face. Incredible gunplay.
If that helps you sleep at night, Zane. But yeah, it's incredible. Really enjoying it. Credit to the team over at Square Enix who put it together because, well worth the wait.
Excellent.
So much to do. So much so that I think that no disrespect, Zane, but I can't see any world where you finish this game. You're going to get distracted by something in about 10 hours in, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I'll come back to it.
Never
going to come back to it.
Never come back to it. Yeah. Got you. I'm
sorry to drag you here on the show, but
it's fine. I mean, full transparency, I have two friends that are currently carrying me through Elden Ring right now in their second or third playthrough, and this is my first playthrough, so
a lot of deaths,
a lot of fun.
What are you playing as?
But Samurai.
Oh, I played the Samurai in my playthrough. Great, especially because the katana works so beautifully, and there are some really, really, really good, like legendary, like katanas that have like really cool abilities, like the blood katana. So cool.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those weird things where I'm just standing there with two katanas and they're taking on the boss, and I'm like, do I go now? They're like, no, wait, and then they
just stay where you are. Just stay where you are. Don't move. This is a hard carry.
I feel like Piccolo on the side where he's just watching the fight and like they're moving so fast. You know what I mean? It's one of those situations.
Do you feel like the Yamcha in this group?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
It'll come.
It will get there. Yeah. But anyways, this week we got loads to talk about. We just watched the Crunchyroll Awards. We caught the tail end of it because our timing is off slightly.
If we were more organized as a team, we might have actually thought, oh, actually, yeah, that's tomorrow. Yeah. And we'll probably both be awake. So let's just do it.
Let's knuckle down. Yeah.
But no, maybe next time we'll get it in the calendar and do the full thing next time, or most of the full thing.
Yeah. But I had a blast from what I watched. I think it was fun.
So good. Like I was saying, like that was such a great experience. Just like it seems so cheesy to say, but it's like we were there. Like when you watch something like an award ceremony with someone else, it's kind of like it feels much more hype, I think.
Yeah. It's good to like have your little bets as well in between when they're announcing the nominees and stuff.
Absolutely.
So yeah, fun. So we've got that to talk about. We've got the Demon Slayer movie to talk about. Well, somewhat of a movie. We've got some anime trailers that dropped. So thought we'd be cool to give some reactions on those. And I think that's everything. Jam packed.
Jam packed indeed.
Jam packed. Should we run through some of the winners of the awards first? Where do you want to start?
Well, should we just go from the top with best continuing anime?
Best continuing anime. Let me go there. Da 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 da.
It's really no surprise at all.
Yeah.
Especially for something like it's hard to contest like One Piece as the winner of this award when they literally have been running since 1999. Like this anime has been ongoing with a pretty consistent cadence since 1999, and I don't think that you get a much more like continuous than that.
Yeah. I think this year it stands out just due to the quality of things. Like, I know we had Gear 5th or Gear 5, whichever it's called, and the Joy Boy stuff and everything else. But I think leading up to that, the amount of like insane animated fights, because I remember specifically like Zoro versus, is it King? Or I can't remember the guy's name. He looks like almost like a weird Sephiroth type, white long hair. Yeah. But even that just looked insane, like movie quality for something that's TV level.
They're really, really putting in the work.
And the money.
Got that Netflix money now, baby.
So it's no surprise this year. Well, last year was just a huge year for One Piece overall, wasn't it? But at the same time, some huge hitters in that category. Demon Slayer, of course, Attack on Titan, JJK, Spy
Vinland
Family,
Saga.
and Vinland Saga. So yeah, some heavy hitters, but
Good stuff.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
This one surprised me.
Best new anime series.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man.
I think it had. So I think that leading up to Chainsaw Man, it had so much hype around it because like it was announced and then we didn't get anything about it for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it did come out, I know that there were a lot of gripes about certain aspects of it by certain people.
Mm-hmm.
I found it completely and utterly well done. Like I didn't have any issue with the use of CGI in the demons. I think that Chainsaw Man was incredible. It was great. I keep bringing it back to us when we went to MCM. We obviously got to see it on the big screen. It holds up so well on the big screen. Music's great. Like honestly, it was great as a new anime series.
Yeah, I haven't rewatched it since really. Like you said, we got to see it at MCM, the dub version, which was cool. But yeah, I think I'd like to sit down and rewatch it again because I don't think I appreciate how good it was at the time when I was watching it week by week.
I think sometimes it takes you going back when you can watch it all in one go. Like that's where when you can watch it without any breaks in between, the action it just continues to build up.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, really good. Again, there's a lot of things in here I really like. I loved Hell's Paradise. I know a lot of people kind of dropped off it again week to week, but I really enjoyed that, and I kind of wanted that one to win. But I'm fine with Chainsaw Man because again, I love Fujimoto's work.
It's like I was saying during the little bit of the awards that we watched. I think that the Crunchyroll Anime Awards is it's the fan vote, isn't it? Mainly, it's like so. It's like whatever is more like popular, just generally.
Yeah,
and I don't. And to be fair, and like I will say this, and like say this. Obviously, some people might disagree. I think as a result of votes like that, obviously, sometimes the best thing doesn't always end up being the winner because it's what people preferred at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a majority vote, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that Hell's Paradise, while good, it's when I read the manga, I found it was very slow starting,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that for a lot of people that can be a bit of a turn off.
Yeah.
So because they're making their first impression within like the first couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot of mystery as well to kind of string you along.
Yeah.
And some people like to get the answers early on. So yeah, I get it. But yeah, good. Best film.
I mean, no surprise. I don't think it was any surprise at all. I was
Nah.
like, this is.
Oh,
Suzume.
for our audio listeners, Suzume
Yeah,
is the winner.
Suzume. It won. Doors, chairs, demonic little kitty cats.
Night
Wizards.
sky in a field. Yeah, fantastic. Love it. Great movie.
Ticks all the boxes.
Worth a watch if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a big surprise for me. Best original anime winner, Buddy Daddies.
I'm gonna be completely honest. No idea. No idea.
Have you not heard of this at all? Or?
I think I've heard the title. I think I might have seen like one or two like gifs of it, like on like some sort of social media. Not really giving it an awful lot of like a look into.
Yeah,
it's possibly incredible, but I just haven't. It's not. I've just not had like the time to kind of like experiment.
Yeah. Here's what I found kind of fascinating. This came out right off the hot heels of Spy Family. Like Spy Family, like part 1 had just finished, and then this came out. So it was almost like that audience had something else to kind of go to straight after. Because it's about 2 spies or hitmen, I think, who adopt a child. So again, it's kind of like same energy,
but different in other ways. I have to imagine.
Different in other ways. But yeah, I'm surprised because although this category doesn't exactly scream out a lot of like popular picks, like for example, Birdie Wing, A Golf Girl Story Season 2, I really thought Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, would win this one.
Do you think that having the Gundam label would have made it more of a contender?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, a lot of people talk about how they feel like there's a hurdle with Gundam of where to enter.
Oh yeah, so, like where's the entry point? It's never really clear. But I think I have not watched it yet. I've got it on my list to watch. But like the Witch from Mercury, seems like it's pretty standalone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like it doesn't require any prior knowledge of the franchise.
Absolutely.
Other than like obviously knowing that it's gonna at some point be about giant robot mechs.
Yeah. Which is why you sign up in the first place, isn't it? Because you're like, I want to see 2 robots fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
in space, hopefully.
Yeah. So yeah, really interesting. Best animation. Ooh.
It was Demon Slayer. Would you believe? With its beautiful, crisp animation.
It's movie-like animation.
Yeah, I think you were saying to me and another friend like that you went to see it with someone who hadn't watched the anime, didn't you?
Correct. Yeah,
and they were pretty blown away by the fact that that you were like, this is the quality of the episodes as well. This isn't just the quality of this movie.
Yeah. Because I went and saw the World Tour, the Road to the Hashira training arc in cinemas, and one guy joined us. Like you said, he hadn't seen Demon Slayer before, but he was like, I've got a Cine World card. I need to kind of, rack up the time to get the most out of it.
Got to justify the cards.
Exactly, yeah. So he came along, and we saw it in IMAX, and again, because there was like a special offer on. And for those who don't know, it's the last episode of the Swordsmith arc, then goes into the first episode of the Hashira training arc. And he was completely blown away by the quality of the episode. Like you said, like the sound quality, the sheer animation and such. And we had to, again, like reconfirm that this is what it's like week to week, not just an upscaled movie version. So yeah, he was completely blown away by it.
Phenomenal. It's not difficult to see why.
Yeah, really good. Again, a heavy category though, because you've got JJK Season 2, Chainsaw Man, of course, Attack on Titan, Rebirth, Chain of Memories, Mob Psycho 100.
Oh, well, that's incredible animation right there.
Yeah.
So...
and of course, the new experimental Trigun Stampede with their CG animation.
I would have loved Trigun Stampede to win. But, you know, again, it was one of those things where I thought it was really good. I don't think it probably did as well as I hoped it would in terms of like fan reception. And I think that's because there are so many like Trigun purists out there who are like, no, we want gritty, like original anime Bash the Stampedes, not like a teen fantasy novel like Trigun.
Yeah, young adult version, is it YA novel version of Trigun? Yeah, it is what it is, but fun. Best character design went to JJK Season 2.
Yep.
No surprises. Yeah,
a lot of varied characters there.
Especially like we got to see some of the supporting characters in their younger versions. I kind of liked.
I always love seeing like a variation of a character, like from a different time, like older or younger. It's like you always see in like old superhero cartoons and stuff like that. The main character goes to the future, and you see and they're still the same age, but you see all of their comrades and they're old now and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
very like remember original Teen Titans and stuff like that. And there's that episode where Starfire goes to the future and everyone is like older.
Yeah, and Nightwing has the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Funny enough, I was talking about this. I did an appearance on a manga podcast, which isn't out just yet. I'll let you guys know when it comes out.
Is this the one that I think it is?
I think you've got an invite to.
I might.
But on the episode I talked about, because we were talking about JJK Chapter 0. And in that manga, Yuta has like a winter outfit, which is just basically his normal outfit but with a scarf. And I said I really like when they add like variations to outfits, just so you can see the season and stuff like that. And like you said, it just kind of latches on to that idea of seeing same characters but in different costumes and stuff. Easy gimmick.
Easy, buddy.
Easy.
Great merch opportunity. Give me a JJK 0 scarf.
That's what I said. Great figure. Just give me the figure of it. It'll be amazing. Should we jump over this one?
Yeah, huh? I'm just saying, skip over anything that is JJK. Like that has its whole. It'll have its whole thing. Best art direction. Obviously, it's Demon Slayer.
Nice.
It's beautiful. Nothing is topping that crisp sword technique, like artwork that we get. That is like in the very traditional Japanese like art style.
Yeah.
Nothing's topping that for me. I couldn't imagine anything on that list beating it.
I agree with you 100%. Best romance, meh.
Horimiya Horimiya, great. I have not watched The Missing Pieces yet, but season 1 was incredible. Season 2, which is The Missing Pieces, would also, I imagine, be incredible. Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely romance, lovely. It's very relatable characters. And it's not like overtly, in a lot of like romance animes, you get a lot of like, it's very tropey. I found that Horimiya is a less tropey. It feels a little bit more real. So,
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Best comedy is Spy Family Season 1 Part 2.
Again, I don't think that this is hugely surprising to me. Like, Spy Family, hugely popular, and it is very funny. Like, it's a very funny little concept. There's some good contenders on there. You've obviously got like Mashal, which I also think is hilarious. But I do think that the manga is more funny than the anime. I think the delivery is better because it's like drawn, not animated.
Yeah. Interesting. I think you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you actually, thinking about it.
Yeah. There's some comedy that you can see. This is comedy that was written to be funny in a certain medium.
Yeah.
It wasn't written thinking, oh, this will be animated one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I have to admit, Zom 100 I thought was so good. Like, just so funny and stuff. So that would have been my pick to win out of all these. But there you go. Best fantasy.
Ooh. Could you believe it if we told you, listeners, that it was Demon Slayer?
Yeah. Again, some good ones in there, like Jobless Reincarnation. But like you said before, it's a popularity contest. Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what award ceremonies are, unless the Academy is involved.
Best drama went to Attack on Titan.
Well, it was a drama to finally get that final episode, wasn't it?
It was.
And just throwing all kinds of shade
out. Best slice of life went to Bocce the Rock. Best main character. Ooh.
Well, it's our very own Rubber Man, Monkey D. Luffy. He's like just he's an excellent shonen protagonist, head empty, no thoughts, he knows right from wrong, and he wants to protect his friends.
Yeah.
He's got all the makings of an excellent main character. He doesn't have a dark streak at all, and I think that that's something that all the others, except maybe Bocce, have on that list. Is like they're all characters that have like a dark streak.
Yeah. So that's Denji from Chainsaw Man, Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan, and Mob from Mob Psycho 100 season 3. Yeah. Completely agree. Also one of the big three, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
They still. Oh, and Thorfinn from Vinland Saga was in that lineup too.
Oh, there you go.
But
it was just
again,
too long.
Like you said, he's got that darkness in him as well. So,
no surprise.
Must protect at all cost anime character went to Anya Forger for Spy Family. I think
we're gonna fight for the child.
Am I right in thinking she won it last year, or was it Boji from Ranking of Kings?
I think I voted for Boji, but I'm not sure if Boji won.
I think I voted for Boji as well. He was in this lineup this year for season 2 of Ranking of Kings. But so is Pucciana from Chainsaw Man.
He's a demon. He's the chainsaw demon. He doesn't need protecting.
Obviously, that first episode just hit people in the heart. Little doggy chainsaw.
Denji literally got that dog in him.
Literally. Literally. There you go. Best anime song.
Well, we saw this performed live just before we started recording, didn't we?
We did. I don't know if this is the one I would have gone for.
No, I would have absolutely gone for Where Our Blue Is.
Yeah. I was watching this part before you joined the virtual studio, and it was such a bop where they just played one after the other, because it was like Kickback from Chainsaw Man, and then it went into Where Our Blue Is from JJK2. But before that, it had the Hell Paradise opening as well. So I was just kind of like, this is a bop. Oh, this is a banger. Oh, this is a banger. Oh, like,
I think a good anime opening really just speaks for itself, doesn't it? Like that's why my Spotify looks the way it does, because I'm constantly searching for the same sort of like the same sort of rush that I get when I watch a good anime opening.
Yeah.
I want music to make me feel like I feel when I am watching like a really good anime.
Yeah. Oh man, they're all such good little songs.
Yeah. See, I hadn't actually heard a lot of Idol before. I really enjoyed it, and it's actually to the point where I'm like, I might actually have to go and start Oshinoko now, just because it's got such a bop as its opening sequence.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It was a good little opening song. I didn't think it would capture me like it did, so that was fun. Best score went to Attack on Titan. Of course it did, because it's a long movie.
Epic. It's an epic
movie. Just talking about opening songs, opening sequence went to JJK season 2, which was the first one, Our Blue, where Our Blue Is, I should say.
Fantastic. I mean, it's like I have to watch it every single time. Don't skip past that one.
Never. I have to admit, it gives summer vibes for me. I don't know why now. It's like,
well, absolutely. You're completely right.
It just encapsulates like a young summer sort of like energy. I love it.
And then everything falls apart.
Like
just
the
like
end
summer.
sequence.
Yeah. Again.
Oh, end sequence went to JJK. So did voice actor performance in Japanese.
I think we're into a lot of voice actor stuff now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the top, and I'm just gonna give a rundown. So it's pretty safe to say JJK has pretty much swept up so many awards. So I'm just gonna run down the list. If Zane can keep up, then that's fine. Anime of the Year, JJK. Best Character Design, JJK Season 2. Best Director, JJK Season 2. Best Cinematography, JJK Season 2. Best Action Anime, JJK Season 2.
Wow.
Best Supporting Anime Character, Eren Yeager. No, of course not. It's Satoru Gojo, JJK Season 2. You've already done Best Anime Opening Sequence and Best Anime Ending Sequence. Would you believe it? JJK Season 2. Best Anime Voice Actor Performance, Gojo Satoru. JJK Season 2. JJK Season 2 also got the Brazilian and the French Voice Actor Award for Ghetto.
Yes.
So, wow. JJK, what the hell are you doing? Like, I joked about it during the award ceremony. You might see this if it's kept in, but like, it's going to be a tough one with the obviously we learned last year, like how bad the working conditions were at Mappa, and obviously
Hmm.
heart goes out to all those people for working so hard despite all that. Um, and now they've won all these awards, and I just get the feeling that all the people at the very top of the pyramid are going to be like, you know, we worked you like dogs. We didn't respect your time. We didn't pay you enough. We made you work more than you should have done. But look at the results.
Mm.
look at all of these awards. Everyone come up one by one and stand in front of the awards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a little concerning.
Yeah.
But
Well, we can only hope that now that we've got eyes on them, it's
Mhm.
not like a hidden thing now. This is out in the open. So
Yeah. And to be fair, like when producers and directors accepted the award, they in their speeches they talked about the team, the hard work the team had done, the industry, and things of that nature. So it was good that they kind of, without saying directly, they shed a light on those factors.
they acknowledged it, which is good.
Mm.
I mean, question for you: do you think that JJK season 2 was deserving of all of the rewards that they ran away with?
It's a tricky one. I'd say yes and no, because it is a phenomenal, like, if you put all the studio drama stuff to one side and look at it as a piece of work, it is phenomenal, like absolutely incredible. Even if someone gave you the random box set of it and you just sat down and watched it, you'd be like, my God, this is truly a next level or a next step in terms of like
Incredible.
week by week anime series and stuff. But yeah, there is that hanging overshadow about the studio stuff.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
So again, it's in the same vein as you. It's like kind of like, because I think that the teams that worked on it deserve the awards that they have received. Because at the end of the day, like with a lot of like issues with big business and stuff like that, the issue isn't on the grunts that are doing the work. It's on the people who are running it. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's they're like the people down on the battlefield, like they're the ones they deserve all of the accolades they're getting. But we just obviously don't want their successes to justify like the continued like work culture. So we can only hope for good things. I generally overall I think that JJK season 2 deserved all the awards it got. I'd say. I mean, again, it's one of those situations where, like, is it necessarily the best? Obviously, I imagine off the back of these awards, there's going to be a lot of TikToks, a lot of YouTubers out there who are going to make their controversial takes on how it shouldn't have won so many awards when there are so many better animes. But
that's
for
true.
the popular vote, that's what the people voted for. So, and it's hard to argue that it's not hugely popular. So I am sorry if your favorite anime did not win an award that you thought it should win because of the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. But there you go. I guess that's like any award, isn't it, really? Like, even if, you hear stories about horrible directors and stuff in the Western movie business and they still get like some sort of awards, like your Joss Whedons and stuff. It's just kind of, sometimes, as horrible as it sounds, the nature of the beast.
Yeah, it's like it's like elections as well, isn't it? Not necessarily the best person for the job gets it, but it's a numbers game.
Yeah. There we go. What would you like to move on to next?
What do you want to? I think let's go on to your experience with the. I mean, we've already touched on it a little bit during that, but your experience with the JJK. I've got it on the mind now. The Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yes.
World tour.
Yeah. So I got to see Demon Slayer. at cinemas in IMAX, which was really cool. I saw the subbed version, not dubbed, although I would like to see it dubbed. But I'll hold back. Now, here's the thing, and this is the confusion I've seen about this. A lot of people go into this thinking it's a movie like the Mugen Train, like it will be a whole arc condensed into a movie form. I'm here to tell you that's not what this is.
But that was exactly the same with the last time they did this. It was the last episode, the last 2 episodes of the entertainment district arc going into the first episode of the Swordsmith Village.
So very similar, but here's the thing. So the start of this has like what feels like a 10-minute AMV video that recaps everything, like from Tanjiro defending himself from Nezuko in the snowy forest to Mugen Train to Entertainment District arc, and there's no subs to, you know, certain points. There's nothing. It's just music with certain action beats happening. For me, I didn't mind it too much because I was like, oh, it's great to see these things on the big screen.
You already know the story as well.
Yeah, but I guess, again, because I had a friend along with me it was his first time exposed to Demon Slayer, he was just kind of like, what is this music video? This sort of thing. Anyways, and then it goes straight into the last episode of Swordsmith arc. Which makes a lot of sense because if you rewatch the episode, the opening is very cinematic, where it's like panning around the grass, trying to follow the miniature little demon running. But they peppered in a few extra things, and by pepper in, I mean there's a moment when Tanjiro's running through the forest, and he's talking about how I'm gonna avoid mispronouncing names, so I'm going to say the love Hashira, Missouri.
Yeah,
I did it anyway. That she's currently fighting for her life, and then it has like this one slide deck of her her character model slightly moving, as well as the demon that she's fighting. That isn't in the TV version, so there's ever so slight differences there. It was a bit exhausting to rewatch the last episode because I won't spoil it, but you have certain events that happen, and then you have like the aftermath of certain events. But then you go into episode 1 of the Hashira arc, which starts off with incredible action. Like, I was there, mouth open, and I looked to another friend, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then the rest of the episode is just kind of plot. Do you know what I mean? Because it's got to set up the whole rest of the season.
Well, that's how it worked with the last time as well, though, wasn't it? Like you got like the 10-minute sequence in the Demon Palace, which was a cinematic marvel, and then the rest of it was just like slice of life, like Tanjiro going to the Swordsmith Village and like meeting the key players.
Exactly. So I would say for those who haven't watched trailers or read the description of when they're booking tickets, this is not a movie. This is 2 episodes played back.
It's an experience.
Absolutely.
It's a cinematic experience, not a piece of cinema.
Yes.
You'd think that, and I'm gonna say, I say this with the greatest of love, but do you think that the people who are going to see this and thinking that it's a movie are the same people who went and saw the other one thinking it was a movie?
That's a great question. I couldn't tell you because, again, some people last time round had no idea that wasn't going to be a movie. So it's almost, and I've heard different reasons why. Like, some people don't watch trailers because they don't want to see spoilers. Again, I get that. But I don't know. I don't know how, because even in the promotional art stuff, it has like the road to the Hashira training. So again, I know it's a play on words and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I wish I had the answer, but I just couldn't tell you.
No one expects you to have the answers, my friend.
But again, anyone who's thinking about it, or anyone who's kind of watching their budgets and stuff and thinking, oh, I really want to go to the cinema. Again, this isn't Mugen Train. This is 2 episodes popped together. And again, if you can wait for episode 1, then wait. Yeah, because again, I've heard ticket prices in, say, for example, America are really a lot more expensive than they are here in the UK. So,
yeah. Feels like a cash grab to some people, doesn't it?
Yeah. And look, I love Demon Slayer. I'll happily support it any way I can. So if it means because annoyingly, leading up to it, I did rewatch the whole Swordsmith arc. And then it felt kind of painful rewatching the same episode.
Yeah,
again.
do you think that you should have stopped at the episode which was going to be shown?
I should have. I really should have. Considering there's a portion of that episode where they're all just saying, thank goodness, like what feels like forever. But there we go. Lessons learned.
Really enjoyed watching the last little bit of the anime awards. That was very, very enjoyable for me. I hope it was enjoyable for you. I said not looking at the camera, for you. And for the listeners, for you.
Excellent. First of all, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And all the relevant links to all the different social media platforms like Instagram, X/Twitter, as well as your favorite podcast platform will all be linked down below. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Leave a comment, leave a star rating on that podcast platform because you'll be helping us out in a big, bad way. And also, there's a Surfshark link in the description as well. Might be worth checking out for a bit of a discount.
Surfshark.
So, hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we shall see you soon. It's a bye from me.
Later.
It's a bye from him.